speak on this topic, and make sure that the topic goes viral. That's why we stick on topics on this platform. So, guys, thank you very much one more time. As I say all the time, when you join this church, when you join this mosque, when you come into this shrine, this synagogue, this space, this crusade ground, the first thing you do is to pay your tithes. And you pay your tithes. And when people asking, how do you mean by paying your tithe as a newcomer? I always say your paying your tithe is the first thing you do as you step into this place is to retweet the space and share the space and let people know that the number one space in Twitter, Nigeria is up and freaking running. And we're about to cruise as we always do on the platform. So if you have not paid your tithe, for all of you guys to go and meet Jimmy in his DM. Go and meet Jimmy. Because Jimmy will not release, when Jimmy wants to release his banger, his appreciation banger now. You know how meet Jimmy. Jimmy, you don't call my name. It is because Jimmy is taking, he's already writing names of early tithe payers, early offering givers. If you don't give your offering on time, your name will Jimmy will use your name and do jump over. Okay, see, they're not retweeting it. So join the obedient, even you will come to the crusade and you won't need me to remind you to retweet the space. I'm seeing all the names retweeting it, but I'm not calling. Let me just expose Joel because Joel the obedient. You of all people, yeah, and Dragon Force, even you. You see, people that you come here, I want me, even you. Okay, there's no problem. I'm noting people that are taking you old timers, old school members, foundational Black Americans, FBA, foundational members of ours. But you still come to church and that's what many of you will be wondering. You'll be coming to this service since, and others are getting their miracles. You have not got your miracles for 10 months. You're not paying your tithes. You see your life. You'll be wondering, but this person came last 2 weeks and has collected miracle. This one, you are still there in the same position. Back members are now coming to occupy front chair. Where are you? Oh. So please, be paying your tithes. I won't call anybody names again. And please be paying your tithes. Be paying your tithes. Be pay your even. Be paying your tithes, please. It's very, very important. Hey, see, even you, Ure. God have mercy. Hey. Okay. It's well. Please keep paying your tithe, Be paying your tithe, please. Keep paying your tithe. Thank you guys for paying your tithes and offerings in this church, in this mosque, in this our amazing shrine, in this our amazing crusade ground today. It's going to be an amazing space as usual. All energies, all emotions flaring today as we always do on the platform. I see on this platform, there are times on the platform I get so agitated. Sometimes I'm laughing. Sometimes I'm next to tears. Sometimes I'm just, what the fuck is going on here? It is all emotions on this platform. It is a guaranteed platform that I promise you before the next few hours, you will experience all sort of emotions in your body. Your adrenaline rush will go up. It will come down. That is why we advise on time. If you are hypertensive, please avoid this space because it is not for you. This is a space for jolly good fellas. Thank you one more time to over close to 500 of us on the platform. It is important to have these discussions today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me see how many people have paid their tithes. Close to 500 people and less than 200 have paid their tithes. Let me now put on that disclaimer. I think some testimonies were shared last week on our last mock service. And in those testimonies, some people that their phone broke came to testify. They testified that their phone fell, something they were just walking, their phone fell off from their pocket and on top rock, and their screen broke. They don't know how and why. And we were wondering why. And I'm saying, okay, let me please, if you have noticed that if your phone broke this week, please comment on the comment section. And as usual on the comment section, we always take our comment section as important as every other person contributing on the platform. We'll be reading your comments. If you have comments on the subject, the mic does not get to you on time, you're shy to speak, you want to contribute to the platform, please go in the comment section. We will be taking your comments. And big shout out to all our amazing listeners listening to us on our Vawulence radio station. I always almost forget to mention you guys. Please, you guys are ahead, probably because you guys are not in the space right now. It's always almost keep me. All of you listening on YouTube also, all of you streaming this space live on Facebook, we hear you. Know that you're here in the service with us today. We feel you. We appreciate your presence. Whatever you're listening to us from across the world, it's always a pleasure having you guys. So as I say this, for those that have refused to pay their tithes and offerings in this service, your phone will break this week. This coming week, your phone will break. How it will break, I don't know, but it will break this week. So get ready to buy new phones. If you're using iPhone 14, get ready to buy new one. Whatever phone you're using, just know your phone will break. It is not too late. It is not too late for your phone not to break. You know what to do. All right, guys, let's jump into the conversation of today. I think today's space is one that we're just going to be discussing on. The topic is very clear. I think I wanted to add one or two more topics, but unfortunately, as I always say on the platform, Twitter topics have limited characters, so you cannot write above, I think, 120 characters or so. So I think that is what limited this space. If not, we really wanted to talk about the last minute looting that's going on with the Buhari presidency. We want to talk about the Ganduje tape. I think that Ganduje tape we're gonna be talking about that probably on Tuesday or thereabouts. But I think important stuff that happened within this week. So we'll be having that discussion on the platform today. I want us to look into the judiciary and the past couple of days. And before I even jump into the judiciary, I want to share. I had a discussion with a friend earlier on, and we had a discussion, and I it's like I have a rehearsal with this my friend before I come on space, because I always just say things I want to come and say on the space, and she listens and she'll be like, Saddam, are you sure? I say, yes, I'm sure. I have to really say this because we as a people, we as Nigerians, I always want us to remember, because if there's anything that we are very good at, is that we forget so quick. It's a Nigerian thing to forget. There is nobody that is bigger than that. Now, I'm not going to come out and say this is across all divides. Every Nigerian, we are all guilty of forgetting. We know how to forget. As in, something could happen to Nigerian today, and tomorrow I've forgotten about it. We move on so fast. I don't know whether it is a coping mechanism for us, for the amount of hardship or what we pass through, that we tend to just forget stuff and move on so fast. But I believe that things are changing, and that is why these guys get away with a whole lot of stuff that we're getting away with in this country. That's why politicians have used and dunked the people, because they always believe and they always know, maybe Nigerians, then go forget. That is exactly how we have been able to recycle corrupt leaders over time. For decades, we have recycled same set of people that, if we had remembered their antecedents and their past, they have no business coming close to the corridors of power. But because for a very long time, Nigerians have imbibed that habit of forgetting. And I think it is something that is changing with our generation. It is changing with our time. And that is why I want to always drum it into our minds and our heart. If it is one duty I believe God has called me for in the course of this whole movement, that I will continue to remind the voices or the ears that listen to us on this platform of our duty and our job as citizens. Because when we forget our roles as citizens, we tend to abdicate power to people that are not even as powerful as we think they are. People reach out to me and they share their fears and they say, Saddam, May 29th must not happen. If not, I think it's over. It is this. And I said, no, that do you know how powerful the Nigerian president is? You know, I said, the Nigerian president, to me, because you know the issue is that, and we have been given the same selling point for a very long time. I think I'm also guilty of it. We said, do you know how powerful the Nigerian president is? Do you know how powerful the Nigerian president is? If he become president, it is over. Do you know? No. And I started looking and I said, I've seen powerful presidents. I have seen powerful presidents, and in this world, I can count first 20. Nigerian president is not as powerful as first 20. In fact, in Africa, what we have had is that we have had docile citizens. We have had weak citizens. We have had carefree citizens. We have had lazy citizens. Nigerian president is not powerful. Is it a strong position? Yes. Is it a powerful position as they make us believe? No. If it is a powerful position, Buhari will say, do you think Buhari does not want to do third tenure? In your heart of hearts, do you think Buhari wants to leave Aso Rock? A powerful president is the one that says, I will stay in power whether you like it or not. I will rule you for 30 years, 40 years. You cannot do anything. And the people will say, oh, yes, sir. And there are numerous of them across Africa. But the difference right now is that we, in our own, is that we have sat down and allowed people that are not powerful to become so powerful. Because why? They have programmed us and they have used every state means to subjugate the people. I will explain a little bit. I will try and do the one I can do. And hopefully we can understand where we are as a people. For the longest period of time as Nigerians, we have been programmed. We have been lied to. We have been made to believe that everything rests with the presidency. Buhari, as powerful and as wicked Buhari is as a person, as satanic and diabolic as Buhari is as a person, Buhari's number one agenda as a president was to make sure that he made the Fulani headsmen get settlements across Nigeria. Did he succeed in that? Ask yourselves this question. Did Buhari succeed in his major agenda? His major agenda was to ruralize Nigeria. Did he even succeed in that? Because every time a president that thinks he is powerful in Nigeria crosses a line, he meets stiff resistance. And whenever he meets that stiff resistance, that president backs down. Obasanjo wanted a third term, if you remember. And amidst all the corruption that was going on in Nigeria, amidst everything that was going on, the power play and everything, men stood up. In Nigeria, there's always a time that you feel you are strong and you are strong, something will give way. And for a very long period of time, it has never been the citizens reacting. It is fellow politicians. And we have always sat down and watched. And they always fed from the media stories they tell us. We have always been sitting duck. They reel out news for us on NTA Channel 2, on Vanguard, on channels, on this and on that, and we just take the talking points and we chill. And that was why, I'm saying this because if you look at the other divide, and I'm talking to obedience now here, sensible Nigerians that are taking a stand. Look at the other divide and ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself some questions. Why do people that prior to 2022 loved Peter Obi, cherished Peter Obi, talked good about Peter Obi, made amazing tweets of Peter Obi, people like them Deji, people like them Dipo, people like them Tio, people like them Omodwa, every of these people have tweets whereby they hailed Peter in the past. But when he presented himself, they all went back. It is because of this same attitude I'm talking about today that there are so many Nigerians that have been conquered in their minds and in their spirits. There are so many Nigerians that have been programmed to believe that the establishment, the power that be, are so powerful that they make or mar or decide how Nigeria will be. Who will be the next president? Who will be the next this? Who will be the next that? So when they see Nigerians like you saying no, there should be a change in status quo, they look at you as jokers. Because they are already conquered. Their mind has failed. So I ask you again, look at what you have achieved as a movement, as a people, in the last 10 months of standing up to do what is right. Who would have ever in their mind believed that a set of, because I think we have to keep reiterating this, we have to keep saying this, so that we can understand what we have done. Because many of us do not understand what the obedient movement did. Many of us don't understand what we have done, what we have achieved in the space of 1 year of playing active citizens roles, of doing what we are meant, of doing what is meant to be our basic life. Imagine what we did 10 months, that in the past 20 years, it has been the active way of Nigerian citizens. I tell you the truth that every freaking politician will stand up to their duties. If Nigeria in 2003 knew that if they come out in their numbers, mobilize for a candidate, stand with a candidate, insist on the candidate, and say their vote will count, and go out and vote and defend their vote, and some people will die, and they came back again in 2007 insisting, I tell you, it won't take 2 election cycles, they would have gotten it right. That by now, we'll be eating the good of democracy in this country. But for so long, we have sat down and we have refused to stand up. That it had to take the hardship of Buhari, it had to take people dying in the toll gate for Nigerians to understand their roles. I was having a chat with our brother Rilever Best. Probably will come on the space today. Rilever Best was a correspondent for us, and he has been in Abuja all through this period. And Rilever Best sent me a clip of when they refused them to enter the courts. And as normal Nigerians, some people say, they don't want to make we enter court. Our phone, hey. And some Nigerians said, no. Why? We will enter this court. No. We will stand for our right. We will enter this court today with our phones. And when they insisted, they got their way. So I want you guys to understand that we, for so long, for me, I'm not saying this for Nigerians to understand that this is a mind game. We have been saying it for so very long time that we are in the psychological part of elections. Voting part has passed. This is the time of psychology. This is the time of brain power. This is the time for you to understand that no matter what you're seeing, no matter what you're hearing, the power of the people will forever be greater than the people in power, as long as the people that own this power understand the power they yield. 0.1% of the population cannot continue to hold 200 million people underwater. If those 200 million people decide to stand up and say no to this nonsense, we have kept quiet, we have sat down, whatever they throw into us, we swallow it. That many of us now believe that, if May 29 happen, it is over, it is this, is that. Who told you it is over? Who told you that who told you that if it takes the people to legitimize who rules them? It takes me and you to legitimize who becomes your president. So if we don't understand with the power that we yield as a people, if we do not understand this power, I am telling you that we will continue to fall for the 0.1% of us. But if you can understand and sit back and ask yourself this question today, that how did we win these elections? How did we in 10 months beat people that have been playing politics for over some 50 years, some 40 years, some 30 years? In fact, Atiku since 93 till now, he has been contesting. If we do not ask ourselves these questions, and if you don't understand the power you yield, so I'm saying this because I have gotten to my DMs and I get to see people, please, Nigerians, that your fear-mongering has to die with you. You need to understand the power you yield and we yield as a people and as a movement, and that we need to hold our people responsible. And I'm saying this because they have succeeded in dividing us. They have succeeded in breaking us, because whatever they throw in religion and ethnicity. And the good news that I have is that, for you people, is that, and everyone on the platform, is that Nigerians are waking up from that slumber. Now we can identify and say, we have good Christians, we have good Muslims. We have good Igbos, we have good Yorubas, we have good Hausas, we have good Fulanis, we have good thieves, we have good Jukus, we have good people across all tribes, and we have bad people. That difference is being set right now. So it is not the time that you lump those days of lumping a tribe, lumping a religion, lumping a sect are over. We are now lumping us into good and bad, the courageous and the fearful. We are lumping ourselves down. These are the time of entering groups and knowing where you stand and taking a stand on where you stand and doing things according to where you stand. These are those days. Because these next coming weeks, every hell will be let loose this coming week. I'm saying this to prepare somebody's mind. I don't know who you are. I don't know what is passing through your mind. But I'm telling you to understand that the power you yield as a people is 100 or a million times stronger than the power Bola Ahmed Tinubu will ever see or will ever envisage to have. If Nigerian president is too powerful as they make you believe, or as in your rapt mind you believe, the Nigerian presidency is too powerful, Buhari will sign, I want to be president in 2023, 2020, 2027, and nothing will happen. If it is that powerful, Buhari will sign president till 2027, and nothing will happen. Shebi, you say that presidency is powerful. Shebi, they let you feel that presidency is powerful. That if you come out and protest after the come 2029, nothing. Why will Buhari sign and stay in that power? So that if you come out and protest, the same thing that will happen then will happen now. You think Buhari wants to leave Aso Rock? In your heart of heart, do you think Buhari looks like someone that wants to leave Aso Rock? You think he wants to live all his private jet life, his children flying private? Do you really think who does not like better thing? I am saying this to make you guys understand that the Nigerian presidency is not as powerful as they have made us believe for a very long period of time. Where the power of the Nigerian presidency resides is in stealing money, in abdicating roles to friends and cronies, in going corrupt free, doing so many corrupt, and it still boils down to the citizens not checkmating them for a very long time. Hopefully, one or two of us are guided with this principle. I just wanted to join that heart because it has been hitting me in my heart for a very long period of time and say, Nigeria president powerful. I say, can Nigeria president rule us from France? Have you heard about Paul Biya? Have you heard about the Gabonese man? Have you heard about Eritrea? Go and make your research and go. I'm telling you, go and read about the Eritrea president. Go and read and you know what they mean by power. You understand what they say by a man is powerful. It is very important to understand this, and as a people understand that we are more powerful than these fucking people. Please, Nigerians, wake up to that and stop giving these people power that they don't have. That if we choose to shut down Nigeria today, we will shut down. The reason why Nigeria never shut down, now I just speak to it. I'm saying this now for everybody to understand. There is only one person that is holding Nigeria from shutting down as it takes day. And they look, listen, let me explain something to Nigerians. We do not have 1 million soldiers in Nigeria. We don't have 500,000 soldiers in Nigeria. If you add all the police, all the soldiers, all the army, all the navy, all the civil defense, all the NYSC, corpers, join them, give them gun, NSDCS, SSS, FBI, BIA, name all the security forces in Nigeria. They don't reach 2 million. They're not up to 2 million people. So if 10% of Nigerians decide to come out, 10% of Nigeria, in fact, if the voters that INEC gave P2P say, let us come out, let us assume that the ones they allocated to P2P that win that is not his vote, 6 million Nigerians choose to come out. There is no amount of security in Nigeria that can stop them. There is none. So please, let us understand the power we yield as a people. And I'm saying this because I know the judiciary people are on our space listening. For them to understand that whatever games you guys will want to play with these people, when Nigerians truly understand the power they yield and they start making use of the power, Because you see power. You see something about power. Power intoxicates. Power intoxicates. And Nigerians, we know how to abuse things. You guys know. And the time these people that you're feeling that they are not powerful, they don't know what they're doing, the time we understand what we have, and we start coming out for you people, honestly speaking, there will be no hiding place for any one of you. We have been calling and we have been saying, broadcast PLPT live, broadcast PLPT live. You guys have been keeping quiet, acting like we don't know what we're saying. And we say, okay, no wahala. No wahala. You guys have gone further now to say, as from Monday, that there should be no phones in your this thing. All I want to ask people that will be there on Monday, please, everybody go there with your phones. I don't want to say, first of all, I'm not going to say, I'm not a law person, so we will never on this platform call people to break laws. So I will want someone that have an in-depth knowledge of law on the platform. If you can come and explain to us whether it is against the law, because the first thing I always ask myself is, whatever you're saying on this platform, is it against the law or is it in line with the law that people cannot carry phones into the courtroom? If it is against the law, no wahala. I will tell everybody on this platform, no carry phone enter that courtroom. But if it is within your right as a Nigerian citizen to go into the court with your phone, by all means, you have to go in that place with your phone. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to, but one thing I know about this obedient movement is that if it comes to creativity, we are kings. And I'm saying this one more time for the judiciary to understand. The moves you begin to make, and you begin to make people feel like you are one-sided, you are already heightening the tensions in a very polarized country already. Nigerians are beginning to see things and are beginning to feel one kind. And the way Nigerians begin to feel one kind and begin to talk, you guys will be the worst hit in this stuff. Because in the terms of this ladder, you come executive. From executive to legislative to judiciary. You're meant to be the last, how they call it, say, last chance of the masses, or how do they even use that English? You are meant to be the last hope of the common citizen. You're the ones that are closest to us. So it is important for you guys to understand that when it starts, when the carnage you guys, the Nigerian system is creating, starts, it will start from those closer to the people first. And you, the judiciary, you're the closest. All you can do at this point in time is to make sure you grant Nigerians a fair hearing. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a drug dealer, you really believe in the constitution of Nigeria that a drug dealer can be the next president of Nigeria, please show us and prove it to us. Let us now agree. The judiciary said this. Do not use magu technicality. Those days are over. Nigerians, we have come to the court of public opinion, and we have found Bola Ahmed Tinubu guilty. He is guilty in the court of public opinion. You guys should please do what is right. I will not say much, but I will allow Nigerians to come on this platform and you will hear Nigerians speak. Then you understand what is waiting for you guys. Before I yield the mic to my brother Otumba, I think I'll just jump quickly on the NCC invasion of Nigerian privacy. I think that story came to me and someone sent me the DM, and NCC sent to me again this morning, and I'm like, that they are sending Nigerians a couple of text messages. And you know this, when I say this is because Nigerians, many of us just feel like, telling Nigerians that if you're getting that text message, please also request the mic. The mic is open up for you. Telling Nigerians that for peace, let us now come together. Let us now do this. After dividing Nigerians, after renewing everywhere, after killing Nigerians, after destroying Nigerians, after destroying ballot boxes, injuring so many Nigerians, making so many Nigerians disabled, you now think that it is by sending Nigerian text message, by invading their privacy first. Who gave you the right, NCC, to release Nigerian phone numbers to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his cronies to send us message to beg? If you want an election and you are accepted by Nigerians, why are you looking for unity? Who are you unifying? If you want elections fair and square by popular vote, you don't need any unity. That means Nigerians will be celebrating. In fact, this is the first time that someone that won elections, that claimed to win elections, is probably 8 to 7 days to the supposed inauguration. He's not even in the country. Nobody know where he is. Nobody know where he is. Whether he has run away from the country, nobody know where he is. Probably want to sneak in like a thief in the night, as he has always done. 2 days to elect to inauguration or something. You're not even in the country consolidating on the people you want to rule or you want to lead. So it is crazy for you guys to understand where these guys are going to. Where the kind of leadership these people want to bring upon Nigeria, it is so crazy. Where is this man? He is nowhere to be found. That means it is clear to everybody that the judiciary doesn't even need to look 2 times to understand that the person people want to, if he gives you guys all the money in the world, you cannot defend this man. The outcome of this court case, I will say it and I will say it every time, will make or mar Nigeria forever. You can take this statement to the bank that the outcome of this court case will make or mar Nigeria forever. And for NCC invasion of privacy, many people were telling them, don't do your what is that man name? That terrorist. The minister of please, can somebody help me? I don't even know his real Pantami of a man. He's the man that the Al Qaeda linked Pantami has the phone numbers of virtually almost all Nigerians. Almost all Nigerians have phone number because you guys did your NIN, what they call that stuff. You have to do your NIN. He has the phone numbers, including the terrorists in the bush. They cannot find terrorists in the bush. They cannot find people that are of interest to them. But they can track Nigerians and send Nigerian messages. And it's not like it's obedient to. I don't know, it's like they're only obedient they send these messages to. Because our obedience will come at them when we talk about this message. There are plenty. See messages are sending me. See messages are sending me using Glow. I think one of them are using Glow. It's a total invasion of privacy of Nigerians, and it goes further to buttress how bastardized every system that has got into the hands of Buhari has turned into. Buhari has destroyed every system. There is nothing that Buhari has touched that he did not kill. Everything Buhari touched in 2015, he's leaving Nigeria as a president, making sure that, yes, I fully, as Buhari in 8 years, destroyed and killed everything in Nigeria, including the people. And before I yield the mic now, I think we're going to discuss on Buhari's. I saw a very heavy breaking news today. I wanted to put it up today, but I was like, it will be too much heartbreak for Nigerians. We will save that for next week. Amount of people that have died under Buhari, official account, official number of people that have died under Buhari in 8 years. And when you see such number, you can just do quick math and give it ×2. That is the real number. The real number is ×2. But the official one that was released today that I saw, we'll have the breakdown of that number probably on our spaces on Tuesday, hopefully. But for now, guys, thank you for joining us on the Vawulence space. Hopefully, we just have a conversation across our topics today. Talk about these stuff that we're discussing, and please reach out to 1 or 2 of our people out there. Let us keep talking about this whole issue. Thank you to all our amazing people up on the platform. I see all our regulars. Thank you, guys. I just want to bring in right now, Tumba, if your hands are not busy, please, you can join me and help on the platform. Thank you to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Vawulence space.
Salam, good evening, my brother. It's probably afternoon where you are, or evening. Good evening, everyone. Salam, man, when you started your submission, man, you took me to so many places. I had so many emotions. At first, I was like, well, the Nigerian president is as powerful as it is. But then we say domestically is the most powerful person in terms of what the Constitution allows them to do in the sense of, okay, I usually compare this to say the domestic power a Nigerian president has, the American president doesn't have it, a good case in point right now. The U.S. is going through some debt ceiling negotiations between the Republicans and Democrats, but Buhari simply just bribed the National Assembly to get his budget passed. Like, it's so easy. So I was going to I was like, okay, yes, it's powerful. But then there's something you said that struck me, which is true. You're only as powerful as your people let you be powerful. It's whatever powers your people ascribe to you. And I know you said, you use some words like docile. I don't necessarily agree with that. I will use more less informed with the powers they have, in the sense of, we went through years of military rule, and the military really showed how powerful they were. They flexed their muscle. So it's more of a conditioning. It's more less information. It's more, for years we have a generation of whether our parents or people above us, 40 and above, that believe they experienced first-hand military rule, the way they kept people in line and things they did. So a lot of that were transferred to some of the generation, maybe millennials. But then the Gen Zs, the alphas are sort of different. They didn't grow up in a military rule, or they were very young to where, they didn't really experience anything. Because I grew up experienced some of Babangida, Abacha. I still remember how people were happy when he died. The jubilation in my area, that's fresh in my memory. And then how we started our democracy journey, and I get that, but I've always been on that side of things that said May 29. Do I want inauguration to happen? No. Are we going to do everything we can? I think we're doing what we can legally to stop it. But I've never been tied to that date personally. I've never been tied to that date, and it took me a while to get there. Believe me, I have the same fear. I've bought it. I have the same fear too. Like, oh man, once if Tinubu is sworn in or something is sworn in, oh my God, there's nothing. He would do everything to frustrate, the powers and all that. And I won't lie to you, I have that fear. It's always lingered in my head. I think I've had this conversation with you, actually, a couple of other people behind the scenes, like, yes. But then I keep going back to what you said and what I've always said, like how 2 years ago, if someone was to write this script and play it to us and give it to us and say this is what will happen between 2022 and 2023, we'll just laugh like, man, dude, you're out of your mind. Like, it's either going to be PDP or APC that will produce the next president, XYZ. So I think whatever that date comes, whenever it comes, because the fear I have is I don't want we to get psyched out to a point where, let's say it happens on May 29, and then we start to allow defeat and say, you know what, yeah, it's over. And so what you said also is key. That's the psychology part of things, where they start to give you arbitrary deadlines, arbitrary guardrails. They set dates in your mind, so that once you get to that date, you'll be like, oh man, it's a wrap. But I always keep going back to Apapa, the begging, the threatening, the countless text messages they are sending to people now, the constant lobbying of international stuff. See, when I got the news about Secretary Brinkley and I read deep about it, and I was like, at first I got the visceral reaction, oh, US is completed. And then I started reading. But I knew, okay, there are some things that every country, or maybe State Department, there's a process they follow for XYZ. Luckily today, David actually did a thread today, and David broke it down. and some of the things David was saying were things I was also doing when I was reading myself, like, why did he call? Like, what is as the US bought into his presidency? And David broke it down with clear examples, and I was reading, I'm like, yes, there's some things that some people would do normally. Now, it might appear that the US has finally accepted Bola Tinubu. That's how they want to spin it. But if you understand how policy and process works with certain things, you'll be like, no, not really. What they did was what they were supposed to do. That's the normal protocol they follow. Because they recognize states, not necessarily the person there. They recognize states, it's the state and the country they recognize, not necessarily who is sitting at that position there. And tying back to what you have been saying, and I'm like, we cannot tire ourselves. Why? Don't get me wrong. Why we do everything we can, which I know Jimmy, things are getting, motion is going behind the scenes with different factions of things. Why we cannot tie ourselves down to that date is very important, because once you get that date in your head as the ultimatum, what it does is they win another step in this psychological warfare, and we cannot allow them. We can't allow them. So I think it's important to, while throwing everything at the sink at them, we can't get ourselves tied down to that date. I've been following the court proceedings, and I'm seeing what INEC is doing. And sometimes you're right. If the Nigerian president is as powerful as we want to believe to, Obasanjo will have stayed as third term. Obasanjo wanted to stay. Obasanjo was they thought him. I used to thought they thought him agenda was real. He wanted to stay beyond third term. That was his plan. Um, Abacha thought he would rule Nigeria forever. Abacha believed he will. Abacha was planning to transition. Even Babangida was planning to transition from military to civilian president. It did not work. Abacha was also planning to transition Nigeria from military to become a democratically elected president and stay there forever. I'm pretty sure Abu Salami too had plans. Obasanjo had plans. Yar'Adua had plans. Good Luck had plans. Buhari, see, if there's one northerner that I believe can get away and pull a third term ambition is Buhari. I don't see any northerner that has his cachet, that has his how would I explain it? This not I don't want to use what
It was even rumored that he was planning the third term. You forgot?
yeah, there's no to me if there's someone that has the would have the military backing, would have backing of the powers that be, that
The
has
people said, some people of his
yeah,
blacks.
yeah. So he has a large following, and they will explain to us how it's it's right for Buhari to stay in power. Which is why sometimes when we argue about he was black, but I feel like this guy has power, but he can't wield power. If there's someone that could have, used state of emergency with the killings, let me help you do it. State of emergencies with the killing, I think Buhari can declare. Go bring another one. Buhari can declare. There's so many powers in the constitution. He can use to activate some, extending his rule. There's so many things that I can use, but he could not. So I don't I mean, and I know we might be me Saddam, we probably will be in the minority with this idea. Especially me. If I really go into depth how I feel, I'll be on an island here. But I'm not tying myself to that date, and it's important we don't. Because what that does is once that day comes, we will then take our foot off the judiciary. We'll take our foot off so many things. I feel like, we've lost. We've not. We used to say that all of us used to say that this is not these people have been run, like you said, some of them have been contesting for 40, 50 years. They've been in the Nigeria political scene for 30, 40 years. And Nigeria has been, they've been really running things in Nigeria for decades now. We used to say we're in for the long haul. Are we really in for the long haul? Are we just there? So, because if you're really in for the long haul, then it's a long game. Now, that long game doesn't mean it won't finally come to an end at some point in time, but I don't tie myself to May 29. I will do what I can to stop illegally, and if it happens, fine. We keep pressing, we keep moving forward. So, people, but then some people say, "Oh, are you settling?" You're not settling. It's just a long game. The only person that will make me say, you know what, after May 29, if Peter Obi comes to himself and says, you know what, I'm no longer doing, even then people will pick up the petition and run with it. But he's bought into this. He's sitting there. He's not going. It took him how many years to get his mandate back? Now I'm not saying that I'm hopefully that this with the Electoral Act, everything should get wrapped up latest by November. You see how INEC is playing its delay tactics and so many stupid things. But we just can't lose hope. We can't just while we do everything we can to stop it legally, and I keep using the word legally because that's what we're for. We can't become what we want to fight. While we use everything we can to stop it legally, we can't tie ourselves to that date. No, we're in for the long haul. So I think it's very important. And then the judiciary, man, I think it's just what you said, and I hope we can get. Saddam, believe me, even if it's illegal to have phones in the court, if you believe that there won't be evidence of that court proceedings or recordings of it, you are deceiving yourself. Everybody, the court is deceiving itself. If the court feels like whatever they do behind that closed door, that they can lock everybody's phone and say, "Oh, man, you are deceiving yourself." Because I know this for a fact. There are judges on that court that are obedient. There are judges on that court that want what is right for Nigeria. I don't know what the number they will be, but there are people in that courtroom every day proceedings that want what is right for Nigeria. You can't convince me they are not. So, I hope we can get some legal interpretation on that, and I hope this invasion of privacy has always been funny, and it's why I'm very skeptical with. Pantami as minister has never sat well with me. He's never the NIN. I was saying during the whole campaign period, I was trying to open an account in Nigeria and I told him to do Beavers and NIN, and I was like, man, Pantami sits in this. He's in charge of this. I'm not giving this guy my information. I'm not. Like, I already have my information everywhere spread in America already. I'm not going to give this guy my information in Nigeria because they have access. See, if anybody's in tech and is deep in tech and you understand, that's why I just laugh when, with the kidnappings going on and things that are going on, and people try to say, oh, the government is not involved. My brother, the government is involved because the the there's nothing more fun for any security agents than people making calls on public lines. It's so much fun. They can pinpoint you to your exact location, to exactly where you're standing, where you're making the call. They can triangulate with so many things. They can literally, if you have a cell phone and you're connected to any public network, whether it's MTN or whatever, they can trace your see, they can rewind your footstep for the last, it depends on how much software they have, power they have. They can retrace your footstep. They can literally tell you where you were at 5, 10 minutes ago, or 30 minutes ago, based on your movements, based on if you carry that cell phone with you, based on where your signal is pinging off, and they everything they can see. It's surveillance 101. But for some reason, the DSS, the stupid DSS, the stupid Nigerian security agents, all they do is to help politicians do nonsense, track people. So it's crazy. I mean, now, so as someone living in the US also, I can't really condemn them because we also know how much our privacy has been interfered with. There's a reason I don't have Alexa in my house. There's a reason why I won't buy a TV with a camera on. There's a reason why most of us have tape over our laptop cameras. There's so many, we can go paranoid with things, but we live in a world where generally where technology is privacy is almost gone. The privacy is almost gone. Like there's no, if you're connected to the internet and you've signed up with your email or something, my brother, there's nothing. There's people should go back and watch what Facebook, how many data points Facebook has on you and things like that. So it's just sad that our own security agencies cannot use that advantage to fight crime or go after bad people and make the country safe. So let me use my mic right for now. But Saddam, I think your opening submission actually should be a topic on its own. I think it's a topic that sometimes I think it stems off the conversations we had I think on Tuesday. Was it last Tuesday? Sometimes, and that's why I love Vawulence space. Sometimes we have a topic, yes, but sometimes there are some conversations that come up that, hearing different points of view and different vantage points changes. People have different perspective, and we disagree. We don't always agree on the same opinion, but we have those deep conversations. So, I'm glad your spirit or your mind went to that first submission. I don't know if you can let people sort of speak on it also. I hope we can, because I want to hear
Yeah,
people's
definitely, sure. We
yeah, I
have
want to
all
hear
this
I want to hear
topic. Yeah.
people's point of view because to me, you only have the Nigerian president has as much power as the constitution allows, but it's as much power as the people allow. That is what the people allow. Like Paul Dia is a perfect example. The one of Uganda, Museveni, what's his name? There are presidents, there are people that have been presidents for Nigeria, of their countries for 30, 40 years. You can talk about Gaddafi, you can talk about Saddam Hussein, you can go over there. So many, even China, Xi Jinping. Man, I don't think anybody's as powerful as the president of China. Oh my God! If you read about the power that guy has, that guy looked at Jack Ma made a comment. This is a billionaire. See, even the US, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to bring down a billionaire. Jack Ma made some comment against the Chinese Communist government, and my God, they reduced that guy to nothing. Like it didn't take them long. Without even any, in the US, at least they will tie you with sexual assault cases. They will tie you with so many things. They will say it will take years before they finally bring you down. This one, within weeks, they clipped his wing. This is a billionaire. And you know what it means to be a billionaire? Oh my God. We don't have kings. To me, the kings are useless. The new kings are billionaires. The amount of resources they have, oh my God. So, yeah, Tinubu is powerful, but we've seen powerful presidents. Also, North Africa, those guys they're ruling for years. Tunisia, Morocco, all of them. When the rubber met the road and it was time to say, "Yo, we're taking back our country," they all left and fled. You've had presidents being jailed. Regardless of how you feel about Trump or U.S. politics, the fact is, when he came, they indicted him. He had to see. Someone should go and read the court proceedings. He had to stand in front of a judge, and the judge addressed him as Mr. Trump, not as Mr. President. And he had to say, "Yes, sir." Like, so if you see someone that Trump was someone that once could start a nuclear war if he wanted to. That's how much power he had. Like if you said, you know what, screw you, I'm starting a nuclear war. There's nothing you would do. But so we can only ascribe as much power as we can. Now, I'm not saying Nigerian presidents don't abuse power, but at the end of it all, there's a reason why APC is sending texts and begging Nigerians and doing all so many crazy things to get acceptance because they understand that game. So we can't bite into that. So I use my mic for now. I know I want to hear more about this topic. And please follow Parallel Facts. There's a lot of work being put in behind the scenes. We're learning. We are open to someone. I think someone came into my DM to give us suggestions, and I love it. So please, whatever ideas you have, we're not alone in this. And please, we're looking for an international business lawyer. Please, if you have any exposure, we don't have money to give you, but we figure things out. We're looking for someone that has experience in business law and corporate law, things like that. So whatever advice, critique, please, whatever things you think we'll do, just send us a DM or send us an email. I think we have an email, info@parallelfacts.com. You can send us an email, send us a message in our DM. This is a lot more work than we envisaged, but we have capable hands, but we can take all the help we need. So thank you, everyone. I use my mic for now.
Thank you very much, my brother Otuma. Thank you. I think I wish I could just switch the topic, but we have to discuss on the judiciary. And also, please, if you're also joining us as a violence piece, and we're discussing today on the judiciary, NCC invasion, and how powerful do you think the Nigerian president is? I'll just take, before I bring coming to you, Jim, my brother, I think I'll just name let me name, I think 4 presidents, 4 in Africa, 4. Let me start from, I made an example of Eritrea. Isaiah Afwerki. Afwerki is his name. That man has been ruling for 29 years. 29 years. The Kingdom of Eswani, 36-year rule. Museveni of Uganda, 36 years. Republic of Congo, Denis Sassou, 38 years rule. Paul Biya of Cameroon, 40 years as a president. Theodora Obiang, 43 years, Equatorial Guinea. We can go on and on and on and on and on, and you will see that myth that they have been selling us that the presidency of Nigerian president is powerful is a lie. It's a lie. Our own leaders are not as wicked or are less wicked or less power hungry than all these other people. But they understand how diverse Nigeria is and that there's some limits you cannot get to. And I understand. I just wanted to read this out for other people to understand. I understand where I'm coming from. That we as a people, sorry, I think that is how maybe that word docile came out somehow. But I feel that for a very long period of time, we have not understood the power we yield as a people, and we now do. And it is hungry us, and we will stay on course, and we must get back our mandate. That is the most important thing. And it is not time constrained. It's not time restricted. Our mandate recovering is from the court. So that's why I say the decisions of the court, from the appeal court to the Supreme Court, will make or mar this country going forward. Thank you guys for joining us on the platform. Thank you to all our amazing listeners. Please, guys, share the space, retweet the space. We are having important conversations today on the platform, and it's important everybody join us on this platform. And also, yes, we are trying to have a class action. There's a class action, a group of people that are on the platform trying to have a class action across the country from next week. If you have information, if you know in whatever state you are in Nigeria, that you know of people that were disenfranchised, people that were brutalized, people that were injured, please reach out to us in the DM. Hopefully, we're having a class action by Monday across the country. And we're trying to keep so many things off the radar for people that, when we say on this platform, we don't discuss strategy on this platform. We do not discuss strategy. We just come here and discuss things that Nigerians can always go back and reflect on. But if you think, if you know you can be helpful towards the class action in your state in Nigeria, please reach out to us in the DM also. Thank you so much to all the amazing, over 10,000 of you that followed the Parallel Facts. I did not even give you guys the flowers. God bless you all. Thank you. Our platform is growing gradually. Big shout out to all the volunteers working behind the scene. Amazing set of people that have been pushing the Parallel Facts.
And our readers, people that read and retweet.
Yes, they really. Otumba, let me expose you. Let me expose you small. Otumba have been shouting, have been screaming. What? You guys are, the numbers we're doing on the platform is amazing. So, and we are so grateful. Thank you to all of you contributing, reading, sharing. Thousands of you guys. I think we are breaking records that I think even all these contemporary medias are not doing. what we have done in 2 weeks is mind blowing. So thank you to all of you that have been.
The numbers we've done in 2 weeks. It will take a couple millions of investing and advertising to get there. So obedience, man. I throw away my cap. I throw away my. How do you say it? I throw away salute.
It always salute, my brother. It always salute. Honestly speaking, it's amazing seeing the analytics of what you guys are doing. Please, we have amazing stories, and we're trying to make sure. Yes, the last time from our still our chat today and see our ladies have gone up. Our ladies were provoked by our last statement saying, they don't read, so their numbers have gone up. The ladies have to go and start pressing to read by force. Thank you, our amazing ladies. Really, hopefully, we are now trying to create some platform.
Make I sell small markets.
Please, I beg, sell market for us.
So please, this is the thing, I think the concept of parallel facts, like there's political news, but we want it to be very variety of news, So whether it's men's health, women's health, like whatever it is you think you can write, and we have spaces for guest contributors. You don't have to become a full-time writer or part-time writer. If there's something you've had sitting in your inbox or your head, or there's an idea, there's a write-up you want to have on any, it could be gaming, like whatever it is. We just want a platform where we can send out news. At the same time, we can let people express themselves creatively. So whether it's music, whatever it is you're reporting on, whether it's fashion, whatever it is, we have a platform that can let thousands of people read what you're selling, and you never know. So please, reach out to us. Nothing. Believe me, the only article we won't publish is something that is illegal or, crazy. But so there's space for regular news. There's also space for whatever it is. Please reach out to us. info@parallelfacts.com. Send your articles in. My DMs, Adam's DM. I don't know if I start mentioning other people's name, but you're beginning to know those, whether that's Roman in Nigerian, Kelvin. So reach out to people, send them articles, whatever idea you have. You don't like the color, like we're open to critique. We're not, we've never done this before. Well, some of us, we have people that have a lot of experience in journalism and things like that. But whatever it is, reach out to us, help us, let's grow it. It's our own. We can get thousands, whether it's, businesses, we collect advertisement too. And say, so whatever it is, just reach out to us. We can show you our numbers. We're getting to thousands of people, within a few weeks, being in front of over 50, 60,000 people. So yeah, so, the engagement is there, it's growing. And also, we're working to automate so many things to where we can get, we want to replace your regular news outlets where you get every kind of news, but we also report news that people are not reporting. We report news without coloring or blurring the lines. The one NBC is saying, do not publish names. We will publish names of those that were killed because we believe they are humans. And the moment you take away someone's name and give them a number, you've dehumanized that person. No. So we're not bound by that stupid NBC journalistic, whatever nonsense they do. We say it as it is. We don't care. We'll go anywhere, talk to anybody. If you have sources, if you have people in the government that that can, that don't like what's going on in their local government, whatever it is, we will shine a light on, put our spotlight on anything. We do not care. So, and if there's a story you want us to develop, reach out to us. Maybe you get small change where you want to give us. We're open. So we're open for business. So we're open for business. We just want to, but we verify stuff. We don't just run anything. So please help us, keep retweeting. Someone sent me a DM of grammatical errors, and initially I was like, but then I was like, thank you. And because of that, we found, so many tools we can use. So a lot of us, we're learning as we go. We're building this brand. It's not easy, but we have capable hands. So please follow us, retweet us, send us materials, send us advice, send us critique, whatever it is, just reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I think market well sold. Guys, please, I've said, I'll still be coming into to be selling the market. We are doing amazing numbers that we don't even believe so we do, but it's also it just shows how deprived the Nigerians have been with fake news and how much Nigerians want authentic news. I made a post yesterday, I think, from the Abia State. Somebody went to go and a daily report, and I see the media is the same thing that even led me to make this my submission earlier on today, where I had to come out because the majority of Nigerians, even people that come out and say the military was this, the military was that, they don't even experience the military. They don't even experience the hardship of the military. It is the politicians up there that wanted to steal from, they are stealing now. The people that are beneficiary of democracy, because for democracy, since the whole 23 years of existence, it is only some set of people that have been beneficiary. The Nigerian people are still suffering. In fact, we are suffering more than we were suffering under the military. We have died more than we died under the military. We are in bondage now more than we're in bondage under the military. But the people that were crying, that own the media houses, that were shouting military is bad, are now enjoying the perks of the military. So you see how powerful the media is. You see how powerful they have made, and they stole the media, and they're reporting what their pains to us. And we are buying their pains like our pains. They don't understand the pain of the Nigerian people. It is their pain they are selling to you through their headlines. Nadeko Ibru was almost killed. Tinubu goes on exile. Not Nigerians, not daily Nigerians. And right now, Nigerians are suffering today that they were suffering under Abacha. This is the reality on ground. So it is important to understand how powerful the media is and how they have used the media to subjugate Nigerians. We have been held down for so long that we now believe every lie they have brought and have sold to us hook, line, sinker. Hopefully, as we keep pushing as a people, we get to update ourselves. We get to understand that we truly own that power. We are more powerful than these people. And that is where we are coming from. We should always approach everything from a strong point. From a very strong point. We get the power. Always remember that. Thank you, guys. N6, thank you for joining us, my brother. It's always a pleasure having you on the platform. Hopefully, if you're settled, you want to have a submission, you can always jump in anytime you want. But meanwhile, let me bring in my brother, Jimmy. Jimmy, if your banger is ready, you can drop us the banger.
You want the banger before I give submission or after submission?
My brother, anyhow you come in right now. I'm ready for some Jimmy. Just give me some Jimmy.
Let me say give me some Jimmy. Let me give my submission, and I'll greet everyone, because today's topic is just you've struck a nerve with your submission, Saddam, honestly speaking. So I just want to pick it up from there. I don't want it to die. I greet every single obedience here. God bless you. Thanks for joining another segment of Vawulence Space. God bless you for coming. Straight to the point. You see, we're already in this fight. We are already in this fight. I want you to know that for a fact. We are there. There's nothing we can do to change it. We are in air already. And I want you to know that we are 90% in charge. Take it from me. We are 90%. In fact, they are so scared of us right now. It's unbelievable. You know, for a very long time, we've been giving these guys the kind of respect. I think it's due to our parents. They've sworn fear inside of them. You know, the whole military bully thing going on back in the days. They harass people with police and everything. They bully them. They suppressed them. And it's like they're trying to pass it on to their children. But we resisted. Right now, I can't believe these are the people that have been ruling us for a very long time. They are so incompetent and they are scared, but they cannot hide it. You claim you won an election, but you're still shopping for acknowledgement around the world. Initially, they came out recently saying over 120-something leaders, world leaders will be coming. Who and who they come? What are their names? Later on, I saw another one, 60-something. What happened to they don't split them into half. They are now on a different level of this battle we're fighting, on a different battleground right now. And it has to do with your mindset. They are fucking with your mindset right now. They are on the mindset game level right now. That's indirect admittance. Say, Tinubu don't win, you don't enter. No. I have a lot of obedience in my DM. Worried about the 29th. Let me say this loud and clear. if you are an obedient on the space, listen to me now, and you believe when they inaugurate this guy and he gets into office, and cause of that, you'll be like, we tried our best, and you're not going to carry on with the fight, then you're in the wrong fight. You're in the wrong battle. You're not even meant to join this battle in the first place. People don't have this braveness of continuity. They don't. Not everybody does. But a lot of us that are still fighting this fight psychologically, guys, try and understand what we are saying. It's not going to be easy. It is not a sprint. Na marathon. They are scared of the obedient. Any single hashtag, na gbege for them. Na gbege. Hashtag. They are allergic to hashtag right now. Did you see the news? They're saying they will curb negative news. Indirectly, they are telling you they will ban internet or maybe shut down during the inauguration period. When the guests are gone, they will now reinstall it back. Tyranny uploading. In the court today, they said something. No gadgets, no phones will be allowed. Why do you think they did that? Why? Because of you obedient. Because of real ever best. When capture a papa, I seen the vex. He capture a papa live and direct. They don't want it to be on social media. They know their faces will be on social media. But guess what? They will approve the live broadcast. They will. They will approve the live broadcast. They will select the TV stations that will come. And it is what they want those ones to broadcast. They will broadcast. It's never going to happen. They are controlling the narrative in a way that will suit them. They'll be like, okay, now they ask for broadcast, live broadcast. Okay, we don't give you now. That is not going to work. We all know the media is in their pockets. They know that is the reason why they are banning this phone. They know obedience will give back to back parallel facts. They will give it the way it is. And the judges, the one we don't chop conflicts, no one making face show. They don't want to make camera carry out. Say, now you they talk this kind of rubbish. They don't want it to be broadcasted. They don't want people to know the stupid ones among them. They don't want people to know the ones that they will probably go and deal with later on. Guys, this is not an easy task. It is not. During the campaign, I kept telling people I'm not here for any followers or anything. After this election, I'm shutting down my account, deactivating it. Before we got into what we are right now. If I wasn't really for this movement, trust me, I would have deleted it. I would have deleted it. But we are going after justice. But one thing they don't understand is transparency and justice is different from having justice itself. And the difference is that it hurts when there is an injustice. But guess what is worse than that? When the justice you're expecting based on that injustice is injustice, that is death. That is even worse than the injustice itself. We meant to get a transparent judgment, a transparent court proceedings, to know that this is what happened and this is the judgment you're giving based on this. We need to know that. That is the only way. That is the satisfaction we, the citizens, need to have. Saddam said something earlier on. He mentioned a couple of African leaders that have been a long time. These are the people that they've sent to call P2B. These are the people that have been calling P2B to appeal to him, to beg him. Why? Because they are in the same clique. They know what it is to have power. They know what it is to enjoy that power. They know what it is to bully people. They know what it is to steal power away from people. But Peter Obi has decided not to be in that caucus. He's standing his ground. He has decided that this is my mandate. I want it. I'm going to get it back. Even if Peter Obi talks, say, they do again. It will hurt. Honestly speaking, it will hurt. But it is a mandate we need to reclaim back. Guys, we are on this path already. As long as that man has decided to keep going, I see why we should give up. Whoever is giving up now, simply because they will inaugurate one person on the 29th, then you're not really in this movement. And what they don't really understand is we can actually break out of this chain. We can break out of this chain. Some of us are already doing that, but a lot are still in denial. They're still thinking, if this guy gets there, he will manipulate this, he will manipulate that. There is no amount of manipulation that can stop 1 million people. Have you pictured 1 million people on the street? Just one. Saddam was talking about 6 earlier on. Just 1 million people on the street. And for those people planning for protest, my advice to you, if you want to protest, the best time to do that is a couple of days to the inauguration. They're not ready to shoot anybody when they know they have international down. They're not going to do that. They're not going to risk that. The whole world is watching on them. So there is a crack going on inside right now. The armies are not happy within themselves. They are not alive. There is bigay amongst them right now. They are not happy. There is power vacuum among them. So when they say they are going to tell people to go and shoot tear gas, attack you, all the barracks, all the police stations where they Nigeria, Peter will be clear. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? A lot of them are on our side, but they cannot speak out. A lot of them are on our side. They cannot speak out due to the position they are in. How do you think we get all these informations we sharing with people? We have whistleblowers all around the place. Why do you think this guy don't go France? It seems to be like the best place, secure place for them to do whatever meeting they want to do. There is a lot going on, even within their own camp, APC. Their camp self, they don't enter. Entitlement, sense of entitlement all over the place. Can do the verse now, say they go carry Kwakwaso, say Kwakwaso with the NPP. They go carry and they never give them. Wahala don't do their miss right now. You never even enter office, you don't distribute position. Guys, him getting inaugurated on the 29th doesn't mean jack. To me, personally, it doesn't mean anything to me. As a people, as a country, I've said it times without number. When this election is going to be over, is when we get the last judgment from Supreme Court. The last judgment from Supreme Court. That is when you can vividly now say, okay, yeah, the election is over. Then people can move on. Why do you think they're sending you text messages? Why? Why are they appealing to you? Why? They want you to conform. They want you to accept. They want you to just move on. We've been moving on for a very long time. We can't do that anymore. It's time over. We've been on for a long time. What they don't understand is injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And the injustice that happened during this election, hey, Jesus Christ. A couple of days ago, I started putting up tweets to remind people of what actually happened. It's like we have these short-term memory. We forget things too soon. And when I posted it, a couple of my white friends were reaching out to me that, what's this? What's happening? I said, our election, no. They said, no, that's a war zone. I said, no, not be war zone, no. Now my country be that. Lagos be that too. That's not war zone. That's my country right there. And people, that's on election day. Where then they carry ballot paper, they run like thief, they burn everywhere. Election day, and you call that a free and fair election. I posted it. People were making comments. A lot of people never even see some of those videos, some of those pictures. People they've not seen it. They just seen it from my post. First hand. I still have loads I'm going to upload. Guys, we've come too far. We have come too far. We won this election. We have to reclaim our mandate back. This guy did not win. It is left us to accept that, okay, our president. No, it's not my own president. And that's the reason why I've dedicated my time every single day. Every day, every morning when I wake up. Now, waiting at the post be that as a reminder. Every day, I try to pull myself out of that circle. They'll keep saying, I don't turn president already. There's nothing. They're even sending out, they're tweeting about the program and everything. That is bullshit. Let them do whatever it is they want to do. Let them do whatever they want to do. I keep saying it. When you do things no one has done before, you will see things no one has seen before. Let us keep pushing. People are weak, I understand. We weren't prepared for this. A lot of us were not prepared for this psychologically. We were only prepared for the, let's go vote, collect our PVC. We weren't prepared psychologically, morally, physically. A lot of people, my DM is blowing up. 29th don't nearly reach. Miracle go happen. People why don't they pray? People why don't they fast? People are doing different kinds of things. Look, guys, there is time for everything. Let us do our due diligence and leave the rest for God. There is time. If you want to pray, pray. But make sure that all your acts, your actions, you've already carried out everything before you start praying. Because you can pray from today to tomorrow. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. I'm going to say this. Be careful of the people you call your religious leaders and your traditional rulers. Be careful. I'm not going to tell you to be rude to them. Me, I go curse them. Personally, I don't care who you be. I go curse you. But I know a lot of us have respect for our individual traditional rulers and their our pastors, religious leaders. I not send any one of them. All of them, they are in bed with these bastards. They don't want that country to be better. How many politicians? How many politicians you don't meet for night vigil before? How many? How many politicians you don't meet for night vigil? Say, then they pray for something, then they night vigil, then they look for husband, None. None. Nigerians have been entrapped with religion. And they target these people because they know whatever they tell you, you listen to them. They know what they say is like, they say the gods have spoken. God, you need that back. God, you will speak. China, they are Buddhist. They don't have Christians. They hardly go to church. But look at what they're doing. They are moving ahead. It's about right and wrong. When you do the right thing, you move ahead. But when you skip, if you like, pray from today, reach tomorrow, till Jesus come, nothing will happen. Nothing. Prayer cannot change any goddamn thing. I'm telling you guys. We've depended on prayer so much that they've used it to enslave a lot of our parents. A lot of our parents, they don't use prayer and enslave them. If you pray from today to tomorrow, may NEPA bring light, not they no go bring light. And if you pray, let NEPA bring light, my brother, it's just coincidence. Now time don't reach for them to hunt the light for you. Now coincidence, not be your prayer that bring light for crying out loud. Here, Papa be here. Don't go and work and make money and start praying. Now cold go kill your family, you and your family for inside house. Cold, no amount of prayer go 100 meters for you. Guys, let us get our facts right. This time around, we go all out. We are into it already. Pulling out is not an option now. We are going all out. No turning back. We've gone a long way. We won this election for crying out loud. We have evidences. Look at what happened today in court. Obi is requesting for 7 weeks? Atiku is requesting for 3 weeks. What Blinken, what he did is just diplomacy. It's a relationship between two countries. It's necessary for them to do it. It not mean say they acknowledge them. Normally, it's meant to be President Biden that will call. That is an acknowledgement indication. Biden go carry phone call, but no, they didn't. They know what's in happen. They know themselves. So don't think Biden, America don't. These are the things they want. These are the things they want to throw in your faces to let you know that, yes, last, they don't acknowledge. No! They don't acknowledge them. They did not acknowledge Tinubu. They acknowledge Nigerians' constitution. Because presently, the constitution so far has presented a leader for us. They don't care how we got that leader. It's none of their business. But it is what our constitution say. They don't elect president-elect. Now waiting we present with that. Fine. But they did not acknowledge that man. Say they acknowledge Tinubu as the president. No one did. Nobody did. There is no justice without accountability. People need to account for what they did. Mahmoud, that guy needs to go to jail. That man needs to go to jail because he has killed a lot of Nigerians. He's not just killed them, he killed their hopes, killed their future. A lot of people are in my DM. They spent their last card on this movement. People were hoping that when Obi gets there, they are ready to hold on for a year for things to get back before they know, okay, they can start struggling now. People lost hope. A lot of people are depressed right now. Jesus. Drugs just be like paracetamol all over the place. I lost my brother 2 months ago. Precisely, 2 months ago. My dad messed up. I had to get him a ticket. He's with me here in Chicago. When he got here, he came here with his medications. Guys, my dad has been swallowing chalks all along. Chalk. All his medications, everything fake. Sleeping pills, fake. I had to take him to a pharmacy. The first day he got here, I got him some sleeping pills. The next morning, he slept 7 o'clock. My dad woke up 10 a.m. the next morning. I thought he was dead. God forgive me. I left home for work. I told my wife, check up on my dad. He was snoring. I checked all the drugs he got. Everything was chalk, guys. Do you know what people have been injecting in themselves in Nigeria? Drugs. Then the right time, gidigba for there. Diabetes, high blood pressure, blood sugar, everything. Fake. Nothing works in that country. Nothing. Oh, so now, if they inaugurate him, okay, life goes on. Which life? Which life goes on? Nothing works in that country. Nothing. Nothing. Zamfara, you are alert for embezzlement. You say yourself, you don't ask for $2 million. You ask for $2 million, EFCC. What till that one go talk? Yes or no, guy? You ask or you know, like they quote John 8:7. He without sin cast the first stone. Nothing works in that country. It is chop make I chop. And the money they're embezzling is not in naira anymore. It's in dollars. Do you know what this money can do to everyone in Nigeria? This thing is hurting my soul. And that's the reason why I don't regard all these people. I don't care who you are. I go curse you. Who your old age help? They're going to talk, say, respect elder. I elder will die. Where elder, you be elder, you country be like this. You are a stupid elder. What is the benefit of your old age? What is the benefit? We have people here in America, old people, they respect them because they've put it so much, they've spent so much in the economy, in the development of the country, infrastructure. But when I go just dead here, they share money. Bajami Amila too, that one too, they say they share $50 million among everybody, say because make Buhari print 20-something trillion. Sherry, then go. You guys will not die where your clothes are. Now go they shit that night from when I go they shit, now go they die one by one. Did you see what is going on in Nigeria? Now they are killing people. They are cleansing one tribe. Middle belt. Oh, because it not be southwest, it not be southeast, not be north. Now they look. By the time they are done, then go enter Kwara, enter Ogbomoso, enter Oyo, enter Ibadan, Lagos. Now that time when I go in a high go open. There is nothing to move on to. There is absolutely nothing to move on where. Why are they sending you text messages? Guys, I am pissed off. I'm not happy. The country is in a huge mess. And it's telling on us in diaspora. If you know how many people I don't block now, people need help every day. Do you know what it is for a grown man to be begging you for 500 naira? 500 naira. It is sad. 500 naira. How much is 500 naira? Just to eat, just to feed. And you see people stealing billions. Billions. I'm a father. I have kids. I provide for them. Do you know what it is for you not to be able to provide for your kids? And they are crying, you're helpless. You don't know what to do. That is the life of millions of people in Nigeria. What we're doing on the space is good. But trust me, we have millions. We are just 10% out of people supporting Peter Obi on social media. 10%. We are the one pushing this narrative on social media. But a lot of people are mad. A lot of people are going through pain. They are waiting for what is going to happen. And what will happen will not be ignited on Twitter. It will not be ignited on Twitter. Right now, they are forcing people to buy Ankara for Tinubu in Lagos. If you don't buy Ankara, they will find you, they will shut your shop. Ankara with Tinubu logo. They don't care if you go or you don't go. You must buy the Ankara. It's not negotiable. You must buy it. Why? Why must you buy Ankara? Is it by force? Because Yaloja wants to make money out of that. These are the people you want to rule over. These are the people you claim voted for you. Everything where they give una during that election, the wine or the biscuit or the cornflakes where they pack it, they go vomit everything. We come here, we do the gas balls. You guys think we're just joking. It's just political banter. We are one of the few people standing up to the truth. I care. We only die once. And I don't threaten me. They don't send people to come threaten me here for Chicago. I don't tell those ones too. Now you get gone, I get gone. No wahala. Just don't miss. Because if you miss, you don't die. We die once, guys. If I'm in Nigeria, I will be in front and I will lead people for us to protest. But I'm not. But I respect and I support whoever is going out there to protest. I support it. But we need to get our country back. Do not fall for the conformity experiment. They will keep telling you, they've inaugurated him. No, they've not. We have a process. We have a constitution we are following. Me, I don't believe in the constitution. Me, not Nigeria. I just want them to make it official. I am going after P2B. I am behind him. He believes in it. Okay, fine, no problem. Until proven otherwise. Let me not yarn too much, guys. I've spoken for a long time. I'm just really, really angry with back and forth news I've been hearing all day. It's been very, very sad. But we are in this together. We will scale out of it by the grace of God. Let me just welcome people. Thank you guys for coming. I'll do that before Sisu, because I don't want to say, hey, if Sisu can't carry mic now, can't talk. Wait till they talk. I'll can't they talk, can't they swallow speed. They do no, God forbid. Now so I just say, okay, may I enter? God, thank God. Sisu never even start. And if
No, no, I'm
Saddam
not
carry
gonna
mic,
talk early again.
if,
After
if,
like
if
2-3 hours, I go give
my
my
brother,
submission.
if that since I give you mic, I don't say, hey, bros, I beg. Now God, I take beg you. I know say if you close, I beg, may I talk? I beg. Because after you speak finish, I go just come out for space. I go come out. I go just disappear. Now no go see me again. I go now network. I don't get network problem that time. I go come back when he don't talk like maybe when me in Nigeria don't talk, other people don't speak. I will go talk because I know if you follow up with that season submission. I beg, I know if you shout, I beg. But yeah, so now
On the Jumbotron already, I've already posted one breaking news. They said 63,111 people were killed in Buhari's 8 years in power. We already
Saddam
know
talk that one
we
the figure we then give us. So
already know that is a figure they're giving us. But just
of course.
imagine a Champions League stadium with 65,000 people, and all those people died. And even
Yeah.
worse, the government said nothing
Not
about it.
absolutely nothing. Absolutely. Right. So last time Saddam was actually Saddam, hey, see now, wow, Saddam self done the jealousy. They do this hype. I know they call them. So now we'll start with the emir Olorioko. We start from the emir. All the following babalawo, for church. If you want to do Ikore, emir go lead, but all the babalawo go follow. So that's how we start doing it now. So I'll probably do it twice today. Because we have a lot of people that have been, longing for me to mention their name. So if you don't retweet, or if you did not retweet, I won't mention your name. So let's start with our Coco Emia. Okay, Oga Sadam, Otumba, Oga Sizu, well meaning Nigeria, Oga Kunle, Ondo, Chini, Oga Siwen, Brother Attitude, Uncle Adamu, Dr. Olu, Dr. OJ, JP, Auntie Lamin, Anka Dede, Omega X, Uncle Aji, Auntie Dunke, Auntie Mary White, Ayobami, Lati, MC Digoze, Miss Barriers, Auntie Spotlight, Akamoga, Chike, Auntie Bolanle, Alpha the Great. I see you, my brother. Let's go again. Okay, Auntie Ella. Okay, Biruki, Osaro, Honorable Ada, Auntie Madonna, Omrad, Tech Mayor, Ayomide, Uncle Akaji, Auntie Gary, Strong Amy, Sim Card, all the other Sim Do, Uncle Teke, Antonia, Oga Jacob, Brother Joe, Captain Ninja, Uncle Khalifa, Akoni, Uncle Tony. Thank you guys. I'll do that again. Thank you. Back to you now, Saddam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. The GB segment. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Thank you, every one of you, for joining us. N6, you can come in right now, I think. Jimmy has set the floor for you to come back and take us back to reality. Bring us back to reality of Nigeria's situation, where this number you also said, I wanted us to have this discussion on Tuesday, because I saw it earlier and I was just laughing. I was like, imagine looking at how many people, 63,000 reported dead in 8 years. And I'm trying to put down numbers and look at all the wars that have been happening around the world, across the world, from Ukraine to Syria, to just put the numbers, and you see that we have more dead people in Nigeria than across so many wars across the world. It's just so crazy. And I felt like we are meant to have a total space on this particular discussion, because if you say let's just do small submission, we are not doing justice to this topic. It's something that should be a broad space that we have and hammer on it, because these numbers, we know that for Nigeria to tell you 10 people died, you know that it's 50 people that died. If they tell you 6 people died, you know that it's 66 people that died. They will always remove one of the figures inside it to make it come down. But my brother, you have the space. Welcome. Thank you for always joining us. It's always a pleasure listening to you. I think it's time for the N6 show, guys. Fasten your seatbelts and buckle up. The space is yours now, my brother.
No, I'll give my submissions in bits. You live and you learn. So thank you to everybody. Today, Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated his novel. It was a book where he had his achievements, I don't know what to call them, documented. The book is called The Legacy of Buhari, and was written by somebody called Abu Ibrahim. I hope in The Legacy of Buhari, he would also put down that almost an entire football field of people died, and he did absolutely nothing about it. There is a reason I constantly remind people about Muhammadu Buhari. There is a reason. He is the impunity that has put Nigeria in this position. He claims he gave us the best election. Please help me ask him whether the election tribunal of 2015 and 2019 was this heated. Help me ask him. You people should help me go back to 2013 and 2014 and bring all of these man's promises. Because when he was promising up and down like a mad person, commenting against Goodluck Jonathan could do no wrong, could do nothing right. Please, this is not the Nigeria. This is not the 4+4. This is not next level. This is not change. They said it was change. They were going to change everything. This is not it. And also, look at the candidate they went to bring for us for election. So as you see me like this, I want to keep reminding people that it is Buhari. Because I know you Nigerians. A year from now, you start calling him elder statesman. Buhari will show up at your events. Pastors will invite him to church. They'll be giving him mic up and down. They'll start calling him Baba Buhari. They'll be hailing him. And you mad people in Nigeria will forget that this guy put us through 8 years of torture. They'll call him an elder statesman. When they are calling past presidents of Nigeria, the ones that were managing will come out. Then this weary will fall out. When we are talking about things that happen in this country, he will tell you people that he did infrastructure. And then some of you will forget and believe that it's Buhari that did third mainland. Buhari built everything in this country. Buhari built Kainji Dam. Because that's how you guys woke up one day, 20-something years later, and somebody that does not have one bridge to his name told you people he built Lagos, and mad people were trying to argue this thing with the rest of us whose brains are still functional. I know why I keep hammering on Buhari. Left to me, I will hammer Buhari till May 29th. I will remind the Supreme Court judges about Buhari, because the Supreme Court judges too, they must be mad if they don't even bear a grudge against APC as Supreme Court judges. Then there's nothing all eyes on the judiciary can do for them. They have had the guts already to get up to start requesting that there should be no phones in the courtroom. Anyway, no phones in the classroom has never worked in any Nigerian university or secondary school. No phones in the hospital. So that no phone in this thing, you are deceiving yourselves. You know that people will record these things. That means you guys want to do your regular 419 in the judiciary, and you want to come up as Judge Shokoloko Bangoshe and talk nonsense and tell us about technicalities, and you don't want Nigerians to have these things on record. Imagine if we didn't have Lamidi Apapa's misbehaving on record. Imagine if we didn't have a video of that man coming to where Labour Party officials and Peter Obi was sitting to force himself on that seat. They can paint it that he was bullied, he was this, then it's not on to he said, she said. We must have those proceedings recorded. INEC has turned itself into a political party. It's now, the election is now as if Labour Party, PDP, APC gave election to NMPP to run. Because I don't understand. You say, and you say this, INEC will support illegality. So, like I said, the judiciary in Nigeria, yesterday, a court in Kano nullified Kano election and candidates in Abia.